I don't know about you, but as a kid, I used to love going to the beach. And one reason was to escape the great Canadian winter, but I think the main reason was just the feeling of the sun rays soaking into my skin. It was a really, really enjoyable experience. But it turns out that this can actually be really bad, for your skin at least. And what I'm talking about here are sun rays inducing melanoma, also known as the king of skin cancers. It's the most invasive and deadly skin cancer that we know of today. Now, how does melanoma even form on your skin in the first place? Well, melanoma originates in the pigment producing cells on your skin called melanocytes. And it appears when these melanocytes, which are cells responsible for producing melanin, which gives pigment and color to your skin, undergo certain mutations, and this could be through sun rays. And this is how the melanoma actually forms. And the melanoma develops underneath the first layer of skin. And so melanoma usually appears on your skin, on the outer layer of your skin, as a mole. Now you may be wondering, can a simple mole even cause a problem? Well, melanoma is actually a huge problem right now. In fact, there were 5.4 million people diagnosed with the disease in 2023 alone in the USA, and there were over 57,000 deaths worldwide in 2020. But it's been so long since melanoma was discovered. In fact, it was one of the first cancers ever discovered. So what's a solution? One of the solutions that dermatologists have put in place is the ABCDE rule, and these are a set of guidelines in which you can look at your mole and compare them to the images shown on the screen. And you can classify your mole as being either benign or normal, or melanoma or malignant. But if we can just detect melanoma at an early stage, the survival rates increase exponentially. And you'll see here in localized stages, in early stages, the melanoma survival rate is 98.4%. But in later stages, in fact, the latest stage, stage 4, metastatic melanoma, the survival rate is only 22.5%. And so studies have shown that artificial intelligence, the use of artificial intelligence within the cancer space, has been very promising and can have really, really good outcomes. And so noticing that there weren't too many models that were widespread and available for everyone to use, I set out to create my own machine learning model that used the artificial intelligence to detect melanoma at an early stage. And so this is a general overview of how my model works. We have data, assign labels to it, train the model, then test it to see how good it is at predicting, and then get a specific output. And so for my model, I use a data set of over 10,000 images of benign and malignant tumors. And so the brain of my model is a convolutional neural network that was able to get my model to an accuracy of around 87 to 90%, which is quite impressive for a data set of only 10,000 images. So there are three different parts to the convolutional neural network, the first being the convolutional layer. And this layer is able to detect features or edges or texture or color, and it is able to apply filters, which are also known as kernels. And as seen in this GIF here, it moves across the image, and these filters can recognize features and outputs a feature map, which are the white boxes shown on the screen. And so next comes the pooling layer. And the goal of the pooling layer is to reduce the spatial dimensions of the input that is given. So it takes the maximum or the average value of each feature maps and puts it into a pooled feature map. And then our final layer before the output layer is the fully connected layer. And this is the final layer that connects all of the neurons and combines the features learned to make predictions in the output. And so in total, this is what our convolutional neural network looks like. Now, my model is able to output whether or not a tumor given is benign or malignant. And so in the future, I hope to create a web app where you can input an image of your own skin and detect whether or not it is melanoma or just a benign tumor. But this isn't the end for the use of artificial intelligence within the cancer space. We're now using artificial intelligence to detect breast cancer within people and save millions of lives. And to me, it's really comforting to know that a simple artificial intelligence algorithm may be the thing that could save my life and yours too.